if that's the problem and that's what we need to work on, then we need a plan to work on it every day. We can't just the first thing is to know that that's a problem, so that's cool. And then secondly, it's like, then what do we need to do to improve it? And then we have to put actions in place to say, I need to work on this every day. So what am I going to do each day to actually improve on that? That's why when we look at your sales script specifically, the languaging of that's so important, because the way you've got it set up at the moment is more just like you fire hosing them with what you can do for them. But it's not really what we want to be doing. We're sort of like gathering questions of what they want and making sure what we offer is aligned with what they want. And the sales process at the end of that is so easy, because you know what they want because I've told you. You've clarified the importance of why they want that, and then you can simply just offer what they want. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying to you. Like, just be the person that you talk to everybody. When I say talk, just be nice to people, say hello. You don't have to use any fancy NLP tricks or know anything fancy. Just be a good person and talk with them. And then it's like, if they do want some help or want some support, you're just the person they'll go to, because it's easier for them to talk to you than talk to that person that's never talked to them in their life. That's why most of them don't have clients or have enough clients, is because they can't do the basics right, or they just don't they think of things the wrong way, and they feel like if they go talk to someone, they're being pushy and trying to sell something. So it's like, well, don't go talk to them trying to sell them something. Just go talk to them like as a human being and be nice. Well, tell me what rejection looks like.
I don't know.
Don't say hello. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, and then you feel like yourself down.
So how I used to do this is just to remove rejection completely. You just don't expect or care about a reply. So I would just walk as I was walking past someone, just be like, "Hey, going," and then I'd just break eye contact and carry on. If they engage, then I'll stop and talk. But if not, I'm just saying hello to people. That's the thing. If they don't say hello to you, it might impact you emotionally for a small period of time, but it impacts the gym nothing. It impacts the country not at all. It impacts the world. There is no impact whatsoever. So you're just taking it to heart for no reason whatever at all. Just carry on. Keep doing your thing. The reason you're doing it doesn't change.
To say it easy, but it's to do it, it's still awkward and hard, you know?
For sure. Of course it's hard. And that's what growing is. It's hard. Like, to get better at something is hard. You've got to do the work day in and day out, whether you want to or not. Like, that's how you get better. So if you just walk up to 20 people and say hello, it just becomes a habit over time that you just say hello to people. I've honestly had other trainers in the gym say to me, like, you don't have to say hello to me every time you see me. Because I just would be like, hey gang, just to people all the time. Like, just say hello. In a gym setting where we say hello to people, that correlates over to online, because if you just like communicating with people, it's the same thing. People will reach out to you more often if you're more approachable. Your consultations that are coming up, it's almost like making sure that in your head, in the way that you're thinking about it, is purely about the client and about like what they want, trying to understand that in as much detail as you can. And like we talked about, it's like, if you don't understand an answer that they give you, then you need to clarify. We always have to be clarifying to make sure that you can fully understand it before we can actually go through the process of offering or pitching to them. More importantly than the question is like knowing the answer, like knowing what you're trying to get from the question rather than the question itself. So we're trying to get an answer, and if we don't get the answer we want, then we have to get clarity around the answer. So if we think of those two things first, what's the outcome of the question we're trying to achieve, and then how do we get clarity to get an answer? So the first thing is, like, we have to understand why they're there, or why they're on this call, or what they're trying to achieve, because they wouldn't get on a call if there wasn't a problem, or they wouldn't be sitting down with you if there wasn't a problem that needs solving. So our job now is to understand what that is and why they want that, and why they want that now. So if we break the questions into just that format, we kind of just have to understand, like, what are your goals? Why are you here? What do you want to achieve? And then we need to know, well, why do you want to achieve that in the first place? Like, Does it really matter? And it probably does to them. So we go, well, why though? And once we figure that out, we can understand, like, we need to kind of understand the picture in our head of the whole thing, where we think about, like, why they're not there, what's caused them to be where they are right now, and what happens if they keep doing what they're doing.
Sometimes they give you the answer, yes, you ask them to, but sometimes like you just create a story in your, like you create a story, the way you understand it different way they mean, and you think that's one.
Because that means you haven't got clarity, right? So we have to seek clarity around that question. If you've made up the story in your head, then you don't know.
So even though I think, okay, that's what I'm gonna say. So after he said that, and I know that's what he wants, but I'm still have to ask maybe again or some other question to make sure.
You can do it this way. You can ask the question in a different way, the exact same question in a different way, or you can reiterate what they've said to clarify. So do you? Okay, so at the moment you're wanting to lose 5 kgs, is that right? Oh yeah, I probably want to lose a little bit more. Okay, how much more? So we're seeking clarity. 7 to 10. Okay, is it 7 or is it 10? Like, which one would you prefer? It's 10. Okay, cool. So you want to lose 10 kgs? Yes. Now we have clarity around that. Then we can move to the... It's not about being good at sales, I don't think. You definitely need a sales skill. Yes. But more importantly, you need to know what your client wants, and you need to have something that they want. If you don't have those things, it doesn't matter how good you are at selling. Like, a really good salesperson is still realistically not going to sell something they don't want or need.
Can you give an example?
Yep. I'll just a real obvious one. It's like if you're talking to someone who's very skinny and wants to put on size, and you're trying to sell them a low carbohydrate diet to get lean, they probably don't want it, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's a perfect example. And if you just go in with like, I help people with health and fitness, it's so broad. That's why we have to narrow it down to exactly what they want, because that skinny person wants to put on size, right? So if you've got a program that specifically helps hard gainers to put on 10 kgs of muscle in the next 6 months, they're like, okay, well, that's actually what I'm looking for. So keep going. This is working well.
Okay, I see what you mean. Okay.
But generally, somebody would try to sell them personal training. So they'll tell you their goals and they want to gain size. And okay, cool. Did you want some personal training sessions 2 times a week at this price? And they're like, nah, not really. There's a disconnect between you and the outcome. Because all they want is the outcome. So that's where your program needs to work. So in addition to giving you leads, it's a bit looser, because you can't get real specific with the program, because some people have slightly different goals. But at the end of the day, if it's weight loss or muscle mass or look better, whatever that is, you're going to cater for 90% of the market anyway. But that's the problem when you move online. If you take that same approach online, you're screwed. Because you need to cater to a specific market. And you're in that market. Does that make sense?
Yes, I just see. So I make a huge mistake there, because most of people came, they just want to lose weight, yeah? They want the tone. And I guide them. Okay, I guide them lifting heavy weight and build some muscle. That's why they didn't want to, but that's the way you should go for.
Yeah, but because you got to think about this, like, is lifting weights going to help them lose weight?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So there's no reason that can't be in the program, but it's not what you talk about necessarily. At least you can clearly state how that's going to help them. So you could just say, okay, so what we're going to do, like what I found and what's going to get you the best results is by being strong, so we can get more output, I guess, in each session. The stronger you are, the fitter you are, the more you can do in each session. And that's obviously going to accelerate your weight loss. And they're like, yeah, okay, cool. Then what we do, adding the components of the nutrition to even speed that up even faster. Does that make sense? They're like, yeah, that makes sense. Now they're just like, man, I want that. And you say, cool, because that's what our program does. So if you want that result, then we have this product. And the alignment is almost bang on because it's not, there's no disconnect. What they want and what your program is a perfect fit. So the only objection you're really going to have now is financial, which is not necessarily an objection because you know how we talk about like the different options on how we price it, we can actually tailor every single person. So therefore our sales conversion rate should be above 90% because we've got a product that's exact fit for what they want and we have a pricing tier that fits every person. All you have to do from that point there is deliver.
So as you said, like that, so you're gonna sign up with most of the case if you know how.
Yes, yeah. Because you're not going to sign up anyone who doesn't want your product. And you're also going to sign up less people if you don't have a pricing structure that fits. So if you can just fix those two problems, it's I can fix the pricing objection because we've got that tiered system like we talked about, but then we can also fix the do they want PT option by not selling them PT, selling them a program that fits exactly what they're looking for. And again, in theory, that sounds real simple. We just have a product and a program that they're looking for to solve their problem.
Yeah.
We have a pricing option that they're willing to pay or that fits with their budget. And then from there, it's just like go through that process. Just follow that 4-tier sales process that we talked about.